hometown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where it's actually not all that cold tonight, and where UConn women's basketball faces another tough test en route to a potential Big East championship. It's the Marquette Golden Eagles on their home floor. The challenge for the Huskies tonight, live here on SNY. And hi, everybody, from Milwaukee with Megan Cuomo. I'm Alan Bestwood. Maria Marino joins us shortly. So even though we're getting ready to tip off tonight's game, a lot of people still talking about that big matchup with #1 South Carolina on Sunday that the Huskies lost by 4. And a look back at a couple of notes from that game to start us off. UConn allowing 25 offensive rebounds to the Gamecocks, which led to 25 second chance points. Only attempted 6 3-point field goals. The Huskies did, fewest in a game this season. And you see no bench points for UConn. Kind of a sore spot with the limited bench that the Huskies have available to them at this point. After the game, Meg Gino talked about how he knew more about his team than he did before. What does he know now, and how important is that going to be going forward tonight and the rest of the season?
Well, you know what? I think as much as we've talked about their toughness and resiliency all season, I think they're tougher than he thought. You know, this team has a moxie, you know, playing against a bigger, deeper, in a lot of ways stronger South Carolina team who punched them, and you could also say help them throughout the game. UConn didn't back down, and they were down by 10 in the fourth quarter late in the game, and they fought back and got it to a one-possession game. I think they're tougher, and they've got a grit to them, and they trust each other, and I think he really trusts them now too.
And they're going to need that toughness again tonight here on the road in Wisconsin against Marquette. Our starting lineups presented by Subaru of New England for UConn. The same 5 starters for the 12th consecutive game on the left column, and on the right for Marquette, the same 5 that started the December 31st game at Gamble Pavilion, where UConn opened with a 9-0 run and then only outscored the Golden Eagles by 4 points the entire rest of the game. There's the Hall of Famer Gino Auriemma, who has never lost, along with the rest of this UConn program, to Marquette in women's basketball. And Megan Duffy, in her 4th season as the Golden Eagles head coach, knows what her team needs to do to have a shot again tonight. We talked with her earlier today. More on that as we get going. Huskies in the road, national flag blue uniforms, and we are underway at the Al McGuire Center. Into Juhas. Goes up strong to the rim. First points of the night for Dorka Juhas.
Dorka's been in a little bit of a funk offensively, I would say. It's important for her confidence to knock down that shot.
Key player for Marquette, 23, Jordan King. She's their leading scorer. This is Liza Carlin, 32. Now Chloe Marotta. Here's King with the ball, defended by Griffin. Defended well. Shot clock down to 6. Shot misses. That was Rosen Kumu that hit the side of the backboard.
Marquette doing a good job getting back. They do not want to give up transition buckets to UConn.
Juhas awkwardly but regained control and got the bucket. Dorka had a phenomenal game here in Milwaukee 1 year ago. Here is Liza Carlin. Now King drives, gets the shot up over Edwards, but missed. Nice rebound there by Carlin, but she missed the putback. Good effort under the rim. Marotta ties up Juhas. It'll be Marquette's ball.
UConn really looking to get the ball inside. There was 2 white jerseys around Juhas. Then she wisely noticed only 1 kid on her, took it right by her.
So a full 30-second shot clock here because UConn did possess the ball. There is King, short. Griffin with the rebound. Now Aaliyah Edwards, the post up. Nice steps to get herself some space.
How about the focus to get the ball into the post play? That was a strong move by Edwards.
6 points and 6 points in the paint for the Huskies. Marotta. Carlin drives on Juhas, and that shot just won't fall. Rebound batted around. Juhas comes away with it. 6-0 run for UConn to start. Pass a little too high and a little too close to Edwards.
Yeah, not really sure what Aubrey Griffin was doing there on that pass.
LaChapelle lost control, and a turnover by Marquette. Griffin lets it fly for three, around and out.
Good job by Marquette, boxing out, securing that defensive rebound.
King kicks out, LaChapelle, no. UConn with the rebound. Mule tied up in traffic, that'll be a travel while she tried to regain control of the ball that had been batted away from her.
And Gino said, where are you going? Stop. You know, that's the question. Where is she going?
The short answer would be not far.
She's going back on defense is where she's going.
King works the switch. Now UConn defending her. Here's LaChapelle, a fabulous freshman. And Kumu, shot clock to single digits. Morano over Edwards, still doesn't fall.
What a box out by Griffin.
The home fans still standing. Oh, there's a turnover. Handed right to Nkumu, and she'll get the first points for Marquette to allow the fans to sit.
Yeah, they were standing a long time.
A couple of them had kind of irritated looks on their faces, too.
Gotta love those loyal fans.
Griffin slips inside. Nice kick out to Nika Mule. Too strong.
Not sure why Griffin wouldn't have shot the ball in there.
LaChapelle with all kinds of time to set her feet for three. No. Good fight for the rebound. Edwards strong arms it away. Nice curl by Lopez Seneschal.
How about that big step through?
And with that bucket, Lou Lopez Seneschal goes over 2,000 points in her college career.
She has been sensational in this graduate year.
Mule knocked the ball away. It's going to be out of bounds off of UConn. It will be Marquette basketball. Well, Lou Lopez Seneschal, maybe just in her first season with UConn, but what a decorated career she's had between Fairfield and now Storrs.
Nice big step. Shot the ball before the other foot came down, so it's not a walk.
And again, now 2,000 career points. That's King, and that goes for three. Jordan King, who got into some early foul trouble in the game back in Storrs December 31st, spent a lot of time on the bench, did not play anywhere near her normal complement of minutes. King will defend Griffin here. Juhas. Working hard on Murata, doesn't get the foul, and doesn't get the bucket.
That one-on-one play is not really a signature of UConn's offense.
After UConn opened up a 6-0 lead, now just a three-point advantage. Here's Liza Carlin, no. Fights for her own rebound, and missed.
UConn lucky on many levels that Marquette did not score there. Bad communication between Juhas and Griffin, and no box out by Juhas.
Juhas looking for some help. Tries to get it into Edwards. Stolen away.
Just sloppy passing there. Good defense, though, by Marquette.
Jordan King over Juhas. Yes. So a personal 5-0 run for Jordan King brings Marquette back to within one.
She's tough to score coming off the screen on the dribble.
Edwards. Too strong. So UConn has suddenly gone cold on the offensive end, and now a chance here for Marquette to take the lead.
Well, if you notice, it's been a lot of one-on-one, quick shots after one pass. Not that continuity that we're used to seeing.
King gets free over the top of Griffin for three, and Marquette takes the lead.
Oriema not happy with Griffin and her defense.
And a turnover by UConn leads to a timeout. An 8-0 run for the Golden Eagles on their home floor. Jordan King, the senior from Rockton, Illinois, on fire. Gets that to go. And the coach is not happy. 3:15 to go in quarter number 1, and Marquette has roared back to take a 2-point lead on UConn. Our first chance in game to check in with Maria Marino.
Hey, Alan. Well, I was listening for a moment in the huddle just now, and Gino Oriema said to his team, so much for being smarter. And this relates to something that he realized after the loss to South Carolina. He felt that the team made a few costly mistakes in that game. For instance, a couple of 5-second violations while inbounding the ball that simply cost them the game. He said he can't control some things. He can't make his players bigger in size. He can't make more players available. They have who they have. But what is controllable is being smarter, more disciplined, making better decisions. So he is making it a point to train the team mentally from now on to avoid some of those mistakes.
Well, we saw in the early going good decisions and then bad decisions, and that's led to this Marquette run that has them leading by 2. Murata finds King. Lopez Seneschal now guarding King, and that shot misses everything. UConn started 3 for 3 since they've gone 1 for 5 from the floor. Marquette started 0 for 7 since they are 4 for 8 from the floor. Foul away from the ball. That's going to be the first on Jordan King.
Yeah, I think that was holding Nika Mule, trying to make a cut.
So a 20-second shot clock for UConn to play with here. Uhas for 3 wide right. Nice rebound by King. Came skying in from the outside of the court to get that one.
UConn's got to work on its energy. They look a little tired. Yeah, we know they're tired, but
King.
They look flat. Nice shot there by King.
Got away from Lopez Seneschal on the defense with a nice screen. And it is 12 to 8 now. A 10-0 run for Marquette. Uhas sets a nice screen, but Lopez Seneschal can't get the bucket.
Marquette doing a really good job limiting UConn to 1 shot per possession.
So the Huskies really struggling with the shots from the floor. That one is long from Carlin, rebounded right to Edwards. Try to float it into Uhas, good save. Griffin puts it on the floor. Look at the explosion to the rim for Aubrey Griffin.
That's where she's just such a special player, that first step, putting it on the floor and just explodes.
By the defender before the defender knew it. Breaks a long dry spell for UConn. So here's King. Now Edwards on King off the screen. Nice feed as Murata tried to get to the bucket but missed the shot.
Smart back cut there as Murata was overplayed.
Mule throws it away. And Kumu's going to have a second shot at a layup.
I mean, those are the mental mistakes that make coaches crazy.
Already half a dozen turnovers for UConn. And still 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Edwards gets dropped. That should be, it's going to be on Nkumu, her first.
I mean, nice job in the passing lane by Nkumu, but just a lazy pass from Nika Mule.
So 38 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Huskies trail by 4. There's Lou. Too strong.
Every cut, you got to watch Lou. Every cut she tries to make, Nkumu is guarding her so tightly.
LaChapelle will back it out, and Marquette will set the offense. Megan Duffy calling out a play to her team at the far end of the floor. LaChapelle, freshman from Appleton, Wisconsin. Inside, nice turnaround, and good bucket there from Murata.
What a tough shot.
And the shot clock will expire, the quarter clock, without UConn getting a chance at another point.
You got to get a shot there.
Well, they'll have a little talk about in the huddle here. Marquette by 6 after 1 in Milwaukee. Back at the Al McGuire Center in Milwaukee, it is Marquette leading UConn as we get ready to start the second quarter by 6. Como's Court Vision, brought to you by Yale New Haven Health. Meg.
Okay, now we talked a little bit about how you see Lopez Seneschal and how she's being guarded. Watch how tightly number 3, Rose Nkumu, is guarding her. It is so impossible for her to move freely. You can see that shot, errant shot, not what we're used to seeing. She's 1 for 3 from the floor, has not attempted a 3. UConn 0 for 2 from three-point range.
Yeah, all 10 of UConn's points have been in the paint. And that first quarter ended on a 14-2 Marquette run in the last 5 minutes and 54 seconds. So we start quarter number 2. Same 5 on the floor for UConn. A couple of subs in for Marquette. 12, Mackenzie Hare, a freshman, here guarding Mule. Ooh, Jordan King just banged knees with somebody in the paint. She's slow. Edwards tries to fight her way through. They'll call her for a travel. Maria was listening to the UConn huddle.
Yes, Alan. Well, Gino at first was giving Nika Mule some flack for that turnover that led to a Marquette bucket. He called it a poor display of point guard basketball. Then he started talking about using screens on offense and the things that he was discussing. He said, we've been over this 100 times. I shouldn't have to say it.
That's the frustrating part. Here's LaChapelle. Into Murata, triple team quickly. LaChapelle will kick it out. That'll be Hare, no. And that'll fall out of bounds and be UConn's basketball.
Well, that's what UConn has to do. Get back to doing what they're really good at. Good half-court defense. But they've, Marquette's done a really good job of taking away that transition game. So UConn's got to do a better job of executing in the half court.
And that was the game plan for Marquette. Take away the transition. They feel like their half court defense is good. There's Juhas for 3. No.
And one shot and done.
They're going to call Lopez Seneschal for a block there. Keys to the game presented by Nissan. We designed this because the second quarter has been such a problem for UConn all year. You see -12 to Tennessee, -11 to South Carolina, -5 to Villanova. First quarter's been UConn's strength, and now here we start this second quarter with the Huskies
we didn't
trailing.
anticipate them being -6 in the first quarter.
So here's an unusual double sub for UConn. Amari DeBerry and Ayanna Patterson both in the game for UConn. And a Marquette bucket there to add to their lead.
Yeah, the experience of Liza Carlin allowed her to score that over the taller DeBerry.
Carlin just came back into the ballgame off the bench. Griffin cut off by Miles, had the ball stripped. LaChapelle over the top of DeBerry for 3. Crowd here at the Owls feeling it. There's Lou. No, DeBerry with an offensive board. Sets a nice screen for Mule. Back out to Lou. No, too strong. Patterson being held as she tries to get the rebound.
That's a good call. Everything's going right for Marquette right now. Really good decision here by LaChapelle. Realizing that no one's really guarding her. Why not check up the 3?
Well, the freshman from Appleton, Wisconsin will take a breather here. But she was one of their better scorers in the game in Gamble December 31st. Dorka Juhas back into the ball game. Lopez Seneschal has gone to the end of the bench and is standing next to UConn athletic trainer Janelle Francisco. Here's DeBerry, looking to make space. Kicks to Uhas. No. And DeBerry tipped the rebound. It went to the hands of Mackenzie Hare for Marquette. She'll draw a foul on Mule.
Thought she got away with a carry there. But UConn just a step off. A step behind.
Yep.
And on the other end, I think his face was displaying what a lot of people are feeling.
This is not
UConn
what I came
fans.
to see tonight. Yes. So the freshman Mackenzie Hare from Naperville, Illinois, with the free throws for Marquette.
The home crowd is loving it, though.
Second quarter score, Marquette 7, UConn nothing. 12-point lead. Mule, high glass and in.
That's what's been working, scoring in the lane, whether it's getting it to the post players or dribble penetration.
See how the Husky defense does here. Here's Akumu. The switch, she's on Griffin. Nice roll by Carlin, blocked by DeBerry.
Really good help on the backside there by Amari DeBerry.
Mule looking to set the offense. DeBerry will try and post up.
No movement on offense.
They'll call the foul on DeBerry for an illegal screen.
You know, everything's been so difficult for UConn. Smart play there by Mule. And then really good help coming from that backside by DeBerry.
So Lopez Seneschal going to come back into the ball game. And Aaliyah Edwards going to come back into the ball game for UConn as well. Aubrey Griffin will go to the bench. So it'll be Edwards, Patterson, Mule, Uhas, and Lopez Seneschal, the 5 on the floor for UConn. DeBerry also goes back to the bench for the Huskies. Here's Jordan King. Gets some space on Lopez Seneschal, blocked by Edwards. And it falls out of bounds off of Marquette. UConn basketball.
The refs letting the body contact. They're letting it go.
Just 2 shots for Aaliyah Edwards. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Uhas fighting for position and gets it.
They've had success every time they've done that. I'm not quite sure why UConn is changing. Don't change what works.
Here's LaChapelle. Now King gets right by Patterson.
No, there's bad communication between Patterson and Mule.
Let's talk about offense. I think what made that, the buckets Uhas has gotten in the paint work, she was relentless in her movement to find a way to get open. She'll step out. Here's Mule for 3. No. Wide right. Edwards offensive rebound, blocked on the way back up and fouled.
You know, communication is so key. Watch that between, you saw 34 Patterson. She was supposed to, if there's a switch, Mule's got to call it. They didn't communicate. That led to a wide open layup. Nice recognition by Marquette.
So Ayanna Patterson will go to the bench. Amari DeBerry will come back into the ball game, and Aaliyah Edwards will shoot UConn's first free throw of the night.
It's just that kind of night so far for UConn.
So far. Good start for Megan Duffy's squad for sure.
We were laughing with her today, though. She's like, seriously, they had to lose on Sunday to South Carolina, and we have to play them next.
Yeah.
Her team is prepared and certainly ready to play.
And playing the game on their terms, right?
Yeah.
At their pace.
Marquette is never easy to play.
Confusion on the defensive switch, but UConn got away with it. Shot was missed. Tell me why Marquette's so hard to play.
Well, first of all, they're very well coached. They're tough. They're gritty. They just play really smart together. These teams are tough to play.
Inside to Edwards. They'll call her for a travel.
She worked so hard to get the ball and then just took an extra step.
Media timeout halfway through quarter number 2. Huskies got some work to do in Milwaukee tonight. Ten-point gap between number 4 UConn and the homestanding Marquette Golden Eagles midway through quarter number 2 here in Milwaukee.
Well, and you know, offensively, Marquette has been really good, and a big reason why is because of number 23, Jordan King. She's made great decisions here. The mishap defensively, she took advantage and made him pay. She's got 12 points, 5 of 9 from the floor. Perfect from three-point range, 2 for 2.
Yeah, look at the top line there. Only 4 points in the game December 31st in stores. Already 12, and we're still 4 minutes and 45 seconds away from halftime in this one. A couple other numbers that'll tell you part of the story tonight. UConn has turned the ball over 10 times. Marquette 1. Fast break points, usually a thing for the Huskies. They have 0. Marquette has 9. And the Huskies find themselves trailing by 10 here. There's a turnover. And Lopez Seneschal. Defended hard by Nkumu Mule, gives her a place to bail out. DeBerry, Uhas, and Edwards, the other 3 on the floor. Too tall of a pass, tried to get it into Uhas.
You have to be able to see the weak side help.
There's Carlin, double team. DeBerry got a hand on the ball, knocked it away.
Good team defense there by UConn. That's how they're going to have to get back into this game. Just chip away.
Got to get some stops, then make some shots.
Yeah, their offense has been pretty anemic, and you have to give Marquette a lot of credit.
UConn 0 for 5 from 3. Here's Lopez Seneschal driving to the rim to get the bucket.
What a tough drive there by Lopez Seneschal.
She is a tough kid.
One of the toughest I've ever seen.
Banged around again tonight. What a heads-up play by Aaliyah Edwards.
Those are the plays that you have to make to turn things around for your team. Great effort by Edwards. That's just active hands in the passing lane. And look at that savvy play.
And fortunately had a teammate there to shield her from running into the chairs again. You remember the last time she ran into the chairs?
At Xavier, she hurt herself.
Right. Aubrey Griffin back into the ballgame for UConn. Uhas drives. Marquette flopped. And the bucket goes for UConn.
I thought it was a good no call. It looked like a flop, but you know what, Uhas has to be careful. Her left arm did go out a little bit.
Timeout, Marquette. So Megan Duffy will call timeout before UConn kind of gains any momentum and steam off this little run.
Yeah, smart timeout there by Duffy. See, that left arm did come out a little bit, but the defender was already falling. This will be a good angle. I can see why Duffy's complaining about it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I could see that both ways. From where we sat originally, I thought it was a flop. From looking at that, well,
yeah, not so much.
Yeah, not so much. All right.
It's been a big conversation of late, but the officials call things so differently throughout the course of a game. It's hard for players and frustrating for coaches to play in a game where in the first quarter it's called one way, the second quarter is called another way. Officials don't have easy jobs, don't get me wrong.
And it's not just a conversation among UConn fans or around UConn. It's kind of a nationwide thing.
Hey, the NFL is dealing with it.
Yes. So Marquette basketball with 3:08 to go in this second quarter, and their 10-point lead now 6. Ines Betancourt into the ball game for UConn. Here's King, defended by Mule. Skip pass for Miles, too tall for LaChapelle. A turnover again for Marquette.
Those are the things that UConn is going to need to happen. They're the unforced error by Duffy's club. this is where UConn, the way they chip away at this and get back into it, is now they got to score on the other end.
Now remember, I said Marquette only had 1 turnover at this point. Already that's 5.
And that center of that defense is clogged up.
There's Edwards driving, draws the foul. That'll be the second on Kennedy Miles, the senior from Cincinnati. 44.
Really good recognition that time by Edwards. Miles can't guard her. Smart take, get herself fouled.
So Aaliyah Edwards, who has now 5 20-point games in the last 7 for UConn, including being one off her career high Sunday in the big matchup against South Carolina at the free throw line here for UConn.
That was a big game for her on Sunday with that matchup against Aaliyah Boston. Everyone wondered, would she be up to the task? I think she answered that question with an emphatic yes.
Yeah, very positive game for Aaliyah Edwards. Here's King into Murata, guarded by Uhas. LaChapelle, shot clock at 10. Shot from Hare, misses. Rebound Edwards.
Nice job, all those blue jerseys boxing out.
Another chance here for UConn to cut into the lead. Beckcourt has deflected by King. Out of bounds, but UConn fortunately gets to keep the ball.
Great job by King getting in that passing lane. Betancourt has to be smarter, crisper with that decision.
Inside of 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter here in Milwaukee. Just wanted to see Betancourt shoot that ball. Here's
Probably
Uhas.
a good thing that she did not.
Uhas really defended hard by Carlin. No foul, no bucket. Kind of a ticked off look on Uhas' face coming down the court. That shot rattles around and out from Hare. Edwards, look at that, nice pass, mule to Edwards. And
Again, UConn keep getting the ball into the low post.
Nika Mule's 200th assist this season.
Wow.
Ten to shoot. Hare left open again. Missed everything on that. Rebound right into the hands of Murata, and she'll get fouled.
Look how hard Aaliyah Edwards working in that low post. The weak side help you saw came late along that baseline.
One of only 6 in program history with 200 or more assists in a single season. Look at the names in yellow on that bottom line.
Pretty good group to be in there with, huh?
It's a terrific group to be in there with.
Some of the best of all time.
So here's Chloe Murata, the senior from Mequon, Wisconsin, shooting free throws. Got them both. And a whistle for a substitution for Marquette. And Kuma will come back in as we get inside 1 minute to go here in this second quarter. So UConn trailed by as much as 10 in this one. The gap now is 5. Edwards sets the screen for Mule. Missed the shot left. Edwards can't get the rebound. Nice job, Murata. And Kumu looking up, looking to bleed a little clock before she puts the play in motion. Here's King, 10 to shoot. Slips between off the screen, but right into traffic is Carlin. 4 to shoot. LaChapelle steps around. Betancourt misses everything.
Good confidence builder there for UConn. Great possession.
Sorry about that, Meg. Coming up, Gary Apple and Kara Walters with first half highlights and analysis on the UConn women's basketball post halftime show. Halftime presented by Duncan. Let's not rush the post game. Here's Griffin, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Big step, missed everything. No foul. Well, last time UConn played in this building, They trailed at halftime. And they came back to win the ball game. Got some work to do in this one, as at the break it is Marquette by 5, 27-22 over UConn. Leading scorer in the ball game for UConn is Dorka Juhas with 8, and Jordan King with a dozen for Marquette. And they are the leaders at the midway break.
Hey, Gino, your team did a nice job fighting back. How would you characterize the way they approached this game and started the game, at least mentally?
Well, you know, I thought we got like every shot we wanted in the first 3 or 4 minutes, you know, and then we got obsessed with trying to get the ball in the lane, and there's 4 defenders in the lane every time, and the way we came back is when we got some movement. And right now, you know, we're just a stagnant team. You know, it's happening way too much. You know, just too many people standing, waiting for something to happen, and then we try to force it inside. And we're just not in a good place right now mentally. And you know, we're only down 5, so we got to figure out a way in the second half to just you know, convert on some of the stuff that we get and start making better decisions with, you know, the first quarter we had everything going our way and we turned it over 4 straight times. It's just, I can't understand it.
All right, well, good luck to second half.
Thanks.
All right, thoughts of the Hall of Famer as he heads to the locker room to try and make a plan for the Huskies to rally back in this one. At halftime in Milwaukee, Marquette by 5. Gary and Kara coming up next. Teams back on the floor getting ready to start the third quarter with UConn trailing Marquette by 5. Of course, UConn having lost Sunday to South Carolina. We remind you that the last time UConn lost back-to-back games, the last 45 players to play for the Huskies were not even born yet.
That is crazy.
Isn't it? Back in March of 1993. And hello again from the Al McGuire Center with Megan Kumo. Alan Bestwick, Maria Marino will rejoin us shortly. So, the magic in the locker room. What's Coach, you think, drawn up to try and change the tone of his team's complex actions on the court?
Right now, they just have to go out and play. And it's almost as if, you know, they're so tired physically, mentally, emotionally, that on the offensive end, it seems as if they don't want to go through the work to get a good shot. So the first kid that's open is shooting it. And they're not giving themselves enough credit. If they execute and run offense, they will get the shot they want.
Megan Duffy's Marquette team having everything they wanted in the first half until the end when UConn got on a run to end that second quarter. Let's see how the momentum goes here to start this third. Last time the two teams played here, last February 13th, the game was tied at halftime. Marquette led by 2 at the end of 3. But UConn ripped off a 27-11 fourth quarter to pull away and secure the victory. Here's Emily LaChapelle. Jordan King. Now Chloe Murata gets a step. And gets the bucket to open her account of the third quarter.
That's a key start there for Marquette. You know, the first 5 minutes is always so important, but it's so critical for Marquette that they score in their first possession to continue with their confidence.
Juhas gets the bucket to open UConn's third quarter. Maria talked with Megan Duffy a minute ago. What did she say, Maria?
Well, Alan, as you can imagine, she was really happy with her team's effort. She said she thought they did great defensively, rebounding, and then also limiting UConn's transition game. She thinks the key is going to be sustaining the physicality. But she said on offense, she just wants her team to be confident, like Meg was saying, and see what happens.
Well, that was a confident shot from the freshman Emily LaChapelle for 2 over Dorka Juhas. Lopez Seneschal. No. Tipped by Edwards, and an offensive reset for UConn.
Heads up play there by Edwards to keep this possession alive for UConn.
Edwards was held under the basket, no call. They will get a call as Griffin drives. That'll be King with her second.
This is a smart play by Edwards, knowing that they can't stop her. She's too quick turning that corner.
So Aubrey Griffin stepping to the free throw line for UConn. Since January 1st, her 2023, 30-plus minutes every game, shooting 50% or more. And she's made 46 of 58 free throws before starting this set. And 2 for 2 there. Happy 2023, Aubrey Griffin. Here's Liza Carlin. Back in the Marquette lineup after missing some time. Blocked by Juhas. Griffin sets the feed, buries the 3.
I didn't think that was a great shot to take. What do I know?
First made 3 of the night for UConn, and it's a 2-point game. Marquette's lead was as big as 13 in the first half. Carlin cut off by Mule. Here's King, way strong, and it bounces off of Murata and out of bounds. UConn's basketball.
Good footwork, good active hands by Juhas. And I wasn't sure that was the right shot to be taking.
It is when you make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not if it clanged off the rim. 1 of 6 from outside tonight for UConn. Marquette is 3 of 12. Lopez Seneschal short, and the ball goes through the hands of Aaliyah Edwards. Here's Rosenkumu cut off. Back to King, inside to Carlin. Mule hustled back. LaChapelle, no. And Griffin gets the ball. Mule drives through traffic, no bucket. And no foul.
What a smart take there by Mule. Just couldn't get it to drop. Would have been a rare fast break opportunity.
Here is Carlin, guarded by Juhas. Now Murata. Kumu. Shot clock running down. 3. King lets it fly. Back iron. Good. Box out. And it's knocked out of Edwards' hands, but it's last touched by UConn. It'll be Marquette basketball.
Aaliyah Edwards did so much good there to keep her player on her back, box out. You can see her boxing out. See, there she is. Hard to catch the ball with one hand.
Murata drives. No. Megan Duffy's irate at the officials as they run past her. Here's Edwards. What a catch and a put up. (7-0) UConn run. Murata from outside goes. Just her 6th made 3 of the season for Chloe Murata.
Of course it went in.
She's only tried 22 all season.
Great time to make it.
By way of comparison, she has teammates that have tried 163 or more. That'll be a travel on Juhas.
Yeah, she lost her balance and fell. Yeah, she just lost her balance.
12 turnovers for UConn to 6 for Marquette, and a 3-point ball game in favor of the home side. King, double teamed by Griffin and Edwards, did well to get the ball away. Murata from just inside the arc, got it.
What confidence Murata's playing with right now.
Part of this 3-way senior leadership triangle for Marquette. And listen to the local crowd. Lopez Seneschal got it to go. That's 2.
She has struggled from the floor offensively, but boy, does she make big shots when her team needs it.
6 points for Lou. Murata trips over Edwards. They'll call Edwards for the foul. And we're halfway through this third quarter already, and a timeout. Chloe Murata, the senior from Mequon, Wisconsin, with 7 points this quarter. Golden Eagles by 3. Back inside the Al McGuire Center. Is it a fair statement to say, hey, this one's getting kind of fun?
Absolutely. Great energy in here.
Terrific atmosphere.
Yeah, the home crowd is loving their Marquette Golden Eagles up by 3 against the 4th team in the country.
And a good rally back by UConn to make a ball game out of this, and lots still to come. 4:23 to go, quarter number 3. There's Chloe Senior, 7 of her 11 points this quarter.
She made 2 huge shots in a row.
Gets Edwards to leave her feet and gets fouled, going to the bucket. That'll be on Lopez Seneschal, her 2nd.
You know, half the battle against UConn is you just have to believe you can beat them.
Yep.
And the way Marquette is playing, they believe they can beat them.
So Murata steps to the free throw line to continue her one-person crusade in this third quarter against the Huskies. Murata moved to 8th all-time in rebounding tonight for Marquette. And gets 1 of 2 there. 4-point Golden Eagle lead.
Let's get back to what Gino said at halftime. They get stagnant offensively. Let's see if UConn moves.
Griffin tries to post up. Tried to go up over a double team and missed everything.
That's an ill-advised shot when you have two defenders on you.
Mule almost intercepted the pass for LaChapelle. Didn't get a hand on it, though. 10 to shoot for Marquette. She runs into Aaliyah Edwards. Spins. No. And the ball goes out of bounds off Edwards. It'll be Marquette basketball.
There are games where things just don't go your way. Like we've seen a lot of bizarre things. Like for that ball to go out of Aaliyah's hands, that's unusual. But that's just the kind of night that it is.
Offensive foul called on Murata. Tied up Edwards, to the dismay of Megan Duffy.
And that's the confusion coaches. Well, you see that that right arm did hit Edwards. I thought that was a good call.
That was the first on Murata. Mule for 3, too strong. Right to Murata for the rebound.
UConn just doesn't have a consistent outside shooting presence right now.
1 of 7 tonight from 3 for the Huskies. King with all kinds of time to put that 3 up, and it rattled around and out.
How
did a 360.
Not go in,
right?
At home, no less.
Lopez Seneschal with the left hand. How did she get that to the rim?
Lou can do anything.
.22 on the shot clock for Marquette. Lopez Seneschal driving to the rim, forced toward the baseline, switches the ball from her right hand to her left and gets the bucket. I think that's very worthy of a take it to the rim moment, brought to you by Duncan. Look at this, right, left, over the head and in.
The kid is just a gamer. Always steps up when they need her.
10 to shoot for Marquette. King drives, and good defense there. That was Edwards, I think, that was the first to intercept the ball. Mule gets tied up. They will call a foul on King. Her 3rd.
And easily could have been a walk on Mule. UConn got a gift there.
So Jordan King will go to the bench with her third foul.
Yeah, terrible timing for Marquette on that foul.
With Lopez Seneschal, the pull-up jumper short. Edwards crashes for the rebound. Bodies crash out of bounds. And they're signaling a foul on someone. The question is who?
Wow, it's going to be against Marquette. Megan Duffy is irate, and I don't blame her.
That is on Rose Nkumu, her second.
Unbelievable hustle by Edwards going for this ball.
So knocked out of bounds off Marquette, and UConn still with 20 seconds to shoot. Just over 2 minutes to go in the third, trailing by 2. Who gets fouled on the inbounds play. That'll be another one on Nkumu, quickly her third. Megan Duffy telling her player to think. And so Lopez Seneschal goes to the free throw line.
Has not been an easy night for Lopez Seneschal.
Earlier in the ball game, got her 2,000th career point between her time at Fairfield and this season in a UConn uniform. That one rattles around and out.
That left her hand differently.
And that's going to be a block on Aaliyah Edwards.
Not a smart foul.
Her second. One-point ball game in Milwaukee. Here is Carlin. Now Mackenzie Hare finds herself on Uhas. The kick out to LaChapelle. Missed the three. Carlin with a terrific rebounding effort.
Well,
Put back.
there was a switch defensively, and Mule got stuck on Carlin, and that's just a really tough box out for the much shorter Mule.
Uhas to Edwards, gets it knocked away from her. She'll throw it off the backside of a Marquette player, and UConn will maintain possession.
What a heads-up play by Aaliyah Edwards to maintain the possession. See there, Mule got stuck on Carlin. That's just a nearly impossible play for her. Good defense there by Marquette, knocking that ball away.
And the inbounds play quickly to Uhas, who gets 2 for the Huskies. Dorka Uhas leading scorer in the ball game for UConn. Chappelle inside to Carlin. Draws traffic. Gonna call a foul on Griffin. That'll be her first. No one in any real foul trouble yet for UConn. Couple of players with 2, Lopez Seneschal and Edwards. Jordan King for Marquette has 3 and remains on the bench. There's Mackenzie Hare, the freshman, lets the 3 fly over Uhas, around and out. Edwards with the rebound.
Gutsy shot by the freshman.
She hasn't hesitated to let the 3 fly tonight. Unfortunately for her, she's 0 for 5. Inside of 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Lopez Seneschal with the curl. The shot misses. Griffin will end up with a second chance. Gino will slow him down. Just a second and change difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards sets the screen. Uhas the double screen. Lou tries to post it inside to Edwards. Bad pass. 2 seconds. Half-court heave, well wide of the mark. And a third quarter that saw this game get significantly closer, but still finds UConn trailing on the road. We go to the fourth in Milwaukee. Marquette leads by 1. As we get set to start the fourth quarter here in Milwaukee, our game reset is presented by your local New England Honda dealers. So we got us a one-point ball game between the fourth-ranked Huskies and Marquette. Dorky Uhas leading the way on the scoreboard for UConn. Jordan King and Chloe Murata, each with a dozen for Marquette. UConn opened the game on a 6-0 run. Then Marquette opened up a 13-point lead in kind of a dreadful late first quarter, first part of the second quarter. UConn kind of got it going again toward halftime. Halftime gap was 5. Now we start the fourth, and it is 1 between these two teams.
And they're playing against a Marquette team that is inspired and confident because they have held tough. They've had big leads throughout this game, and they believe. This is UConn's biggest mental test I've seen in a while.
Aaliyah Edwards doesn't get the bucket and doesn't get the foul.
And when do you see Aaliyah Edwards miss that shot in the course of this season? Rarely ever.
Edwards 3 of 5 tonight from the floor with 8 points, 8 rebounds. Jordan King back on the floor for Marquette. She just dished the pass sideways to Murata. Look at Aubrey Griffin. No foul called as Mule was there. And a bucket from LaChapelle.
Terrific execution by Marquette.
3-point Marquette lead. Lopez Seneschal drives, gets fouled. And that will be the 4th on Jordan King early in this fourth quarter.
What a tough foul for Marquette. She's their leading scorer, one of their best players.
And heads to the bench with a 4th foul. Rosa Kumu comes back into the ball game for Marquette, and here's Lou Lopez Seneschal shooting free throws. And I talked about how much Lopez Seneschal has been treated physically on the court. Again tonight. Has been bounced around, but kept on going. 1 of 2 there from the free throw line for Lou. She's into double figures in scoring with 10. 2-point Marquette lead. Oh, they'll call Edwards on a block. That'll be her 3rd.
Let's see. Yeah, she was standing there. The inconsistency, which is what we've talked about, is throughout the game that play happens a lot and they don't call it. And then they start calling it in the fourth quarter.
So Edwards, the first UConn player to 3 fouls. They go right at her with Murata. Blocked by Uhas. Again.
Good team defense. Great help there from Uhas. Nice shot by, I mean, that was a really good offensive move by Murata.
Second block of the night for Dorka. Shot clock at 5. Carlin over Edwards, no. Might have gotten distracted as Aubrey Griffin took a swipe at the ball. 2-point lead.
Let's see if UConn can get some movement offensively.
Edwards creates space in the lane, missed the shot. Might have been blocked, I couldn't see.
I think she stepped on the player that had fallen down. But again, another play that we haven't seen all year long.
Murata blocked again by Uhas. That's 3.
So good playing away from the ball, seeing where her man is, where the ball is, weak side help.
What are they calling that on? Griffin? Foul in the play inside, so Griffin will have her 2nd. And that gives Marquette a 20-second shot clock to work with now. Murata over Edwards. leading scorer in the ballgame is Chloe Murata. The Marquette crowd making some noise. Lopez Seneschal, nice, strong
Who else to step up offensively for UConn but Lopez Seneschal?
Should we create a phrase they can t-shirt it? Who else? Must have been a pretty bad pun there, huh? La Chapelle in the corner. Hare, no. And Juhas with the rebound. Mackenzie Hare is 0 for 6 tonight from 3, the freshman. Dorka Juhas now with that rebound, her 9th double-double this season. She has the ball here. Knocked away from her.
That has happened throughout the course of this season. Juhas can get caught not holding the ball strongly and in a tough way. The ball gets taken away from her sometimes too easily.
Here's a Kumu. And it doesn't go. Edwards had trouble corralling the rebound, but finally pulls it in. Going to be a timeout, UConn. Has that feel like it's going to come down to the wire, doesn't it? 6.5 to go in Milwaukee. Marquette by 2. Quick reminder, we're right back at it on SNY with UConn women's basketball Saturday from Washington, D.C. The Huskies take on Georgetown. We start with the pregame show at 4:30 Saturday afternoon, right here. Marquette has never beaten UConn. UConn has not led this game since 3:45 in the first quarter, when they led 8-7. Right now, it's a 1-point ball game, UConn basketball. 2-point game, excuse me. Lopez Seneschal with a pull-up, too strong. Juhas fights for the rebound, but tipped away.
Nice job by Murata to come up with that ball.
Chloe Murata's been a force tonight for Marquette. Number 52 with the ball here. Here's Hare. Can't get a 3 to go, but gets her first points on a 2 there.
At a critical time by the freshman.
She had a couple of free throws earlier, too, so that's 4 now for Mackenzie Hare.
This is where mental toughness for UConn is going to come in.
Juhas driving, blocked by Carlin.
And now it's Marquette ball because it was blocked by Carlin and then it hit Juhas as she was out of bounds. That's another example of one of these bizarre plays that you don't see very often, but everything is going Marquette's way.
4-point lead for the Golden Eagles as we come up on the midway point of this fourth quarter. Murata with the pull-up. UConn got as close as 1. Now it's 6. Foul underneath. That is going to be on La Chapelle, her first, and gets us to the media timeout midway through quarter number 4. Got a thrilling finish coming up from Milwaukee. 4:50 to go here in Milwaukee. It is a 6-point Marquette lead. See what the Huskies have drawn up here after the timeout. Bad pass.
And that's exactly how this game has gone. It's the mental stuff. But I don't want to underscore enough just how good Marquette has been.
Yeah, full credit to Marquette. Aggressive, physical, playing the game on their terms for sure. 7 to shoot. Carlin, no. Griffin gets the rebound. Will get fouled.
Duffy was calling for a walk. I think she got bumped before she walked.
The Mackenzie Hare will get her first foul of the night. Let's have a look here.
There was a little shuffle in there of those feet.
Jordan King still on the bench for Marquette. Picked up her 4th foul early in this 4th quarter.
Amazing that they're doing all of this without her.
1 of 2 for Griffin. Edwards fights for the ball. It'll be a tied-up basketball. It'll be Marquette's on the alternating possession.
Another example of the ball was in her hands, and then somehow it wasn't.
She had a little trouble.
I mean, usually Aaliyah Edwards can catch that ball. And credit Marquette for the hustle.
So here comes Jordan King back into the ball game in place of the freshman Hare with 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. And 4 fouls, her team leading by 5. We remind you again, it's been since March of 1993 since UConn has lost back-to-back ball games. And Marquette has never beaten the Huskies. King. Yes.
How about that? Sitting down with 4 fouls for a few minutes, comes right in. Knocks down a tough shot.
Huskies need a bucket here.
Badly.
Griffin sees room on the baseline. Flashes to the bucket. 10 now for Aubrey. King from the corner. Left alone. Defensive miscommunication. Edwards corrals that rebound. Huskies run. Griffin looking ahead. Uhas tangled up. Pass missed from Edwards.
There are plays, you know, Gino is looking at Aaliyah. I mean, that's inexplicable. And she knows it. And that's just the way this game has gone for UConn.
16th turnover for the Huskies in this ball game. LaChapelle guarded by Uhas out high. 10 to shoot. Carlin for 3, no.
This place would have erupted if that went in.
Gotta love the atmosphere.
It's awesome.
Lopez Seneschal takes a pass from Ewell, missed the shot.
That was a big play there. Big stop by Marquette.
Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. And the Golden Eagles lead by 5. Here's Murata over Griffin. Got it.
She has been sensational here tonight.
18 for Murata. Uhas for 3. Yes! Timeout UConn.
Huge 3 by Uhas. She hadn't made one. Was it a 2 or a 3?
It was a 3. That's just the second UConn made 3 of the night. And it couldn't come at a better time. No hesitation. At a crucial trio for UConn. Just 2 of 8 from long range for the Huskies. So, 4-point game. with 1:20 to go. The lowest point total for the season for UConn has been 60. And that was in the loss at Notre Dame. In the win over Marquette, they scored 61. So when we talk about the game being played on Marquette's terms, it's being played on Marquette's terms.
They've achieved almost everything that Megan Duffy told us about today. Limit transition. You know, they've made it very difficult for UConn to run their offense. They've rebounded exceptionally well. I mean, when's the last time UConn has had 47 points with 1:20 to play in the game?
Yeah, exactly. So 1:20 to go. There you see the timeout situation and the foul situation. And the 5 on the floor for UConn will be the starting 5. Uhas, Lopez, Seneschal, Mule, Griffin, and Edwards. Huskies will put a little front court pressure in here on the inbounds. That is going to be off of Aaliyah Edwards.
Yeah,
she reached over the end line and touched the ball, yes. Katie Lukinich with the call there. Joe Basili and Cameron Inouye, the other 2 officials in the ball game tonight. Delay of game warning on UConn for reaching over and touching the ball.
No, just reaching over the line. She didn't touch the ball. It's a delay of game warning.
Yes. Break the pressure. And LaChapelle gets the bucket.
Not sure why Lou Lopez Seneschal didn't try to steal that ball. I think she may have been able to. But the home crowd is feeling it.
1 minute to go, 6-point game. Taken away from Griffin. And a foul called.
Megan Duffy's team has played really solid basketball here tonight.
Foul on Dorka Uhas, her second. So 52.3 to go. Marquette's basketball with a 6-point lead. Again, the Huskies set up for the pressure in the front court. Get the ball in, and Kumu fouled by Griffin.
Yeah, I think UConn wanted to foul a little quicker than that.
So a full 30-second shot clock for Marquette to work with just 49.2 to go in the game. Murata will inbound the basketball. As Page and Azzi can just look on.
A lot of dejected faces on that UConn bench.
And yes, no Caroline Ducharme tonight either. Not ready to play yet. That's another foul on Griffin, her 4th. Look at the energy on the Marquette bench.
A little bit more excitement on that bench. And Marquette has played. They've played outstanding this entire game. They didn't play perfectly, but they did everything that they had to do, yet there's still 47.8 to go. They've answered every call.
7-point lead.
Marquette definitely has played their game. They've dictated the flow of this game.
Uhas for 3, way long. Mule will get it. She'll put up a 3. Around and out. Rebound, Murata. Huskies foul.
That ball that Nika Mule shot around and out, that was very fitting. Yeah, very fitting for the way this game has gone for UConn.
encapsulated the night perfectly. Third foul on Lopez Seneschal. Now Gino has talked about what a tough team Marquette is to play and what a tough place this is to play. And that's one of the reasons it's been so tough tonight. The senior from Mequon, Wisconsin, Chloe Murata. 19 points now.
Yeah, part of the glue that holds this team together for Megan Duffy. Murata has had a spectacular game.
That one rattles around and out. Timeout, UConn. 7 of 10 from the free throw line for Marquette also. So they've been solid when they've been put at the free throw stripe as well. Let's talk a little more about Chloe Murata and the game she's had here tonight.
Well, she's done it. Look at that. I mean, shooting over Aaliyah Edwards, who Aaliyah is a pretty good defender. She's done it from inside. She's done it from outside. Off the dribble. The confidence that she has played with. The senior from Wisconsin has she's been such an incredible leader for this team.
She is a fifth-year senior. She's second all-time in games played for Marquette to Lauren Van Clunen, who we saw so much of the last 5 years. And with their team scoring leader in foul trouble tonight for a chunk of the game, Jordan King, Murata has stepped up. And now, what does UConn do here to try and overcome this big deficit with so little time left?
Well, obviously, I would look for Lopez Seneschal, but they need a three.
Get it into Griffin, but it's stolen. Griffin's trying not to foul out. Lopez Seneschal will commit the foul to stop the clock. The precious seconds burned away. (1993, 1994). The last time UConn has lost back-to-back games was March of '93. 74-0 following a loss since that time.
An almost ridiculous statistic.
It's beyond ridiculous. Jordan King.
And while UConn hasn't helped themselves here tonight, Marquette played a really, really good basketball game.
Another timeout for UConn to advance the ball. That'll be their last timeout. Only 23.7 to go in the ball game. Well, after the thrilling, tough, difficult loss to South Carolina on Sunday, you wondered how the Huskies would come out tonight and how they would respond. And it was a big challenge to come in here and play this team here, coming off of that.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I don't know if UConn came out. They didn't look to have the same energy that they did on Sunday. But I will tell you, I think more of what we've seen here today is not what Gino Auriemma's team hasn't done. It's what Marquette has done.
What they've taken away from them.
Yeah, they played phenomenal defense. They've taken UConn out of the flow of their offense.
Juhas for three. No. Griffin. Mule for three. Yes. Timeout, Marquette.
I thought if Gino called it, they didn't have any left.
No, Marquette.
Yeah,
Megan
exactly.
Duffy was up there calling a timeout.
He was relieved.
Yes. So it's 7, 13 seconds to go, though.
And these are good moments, and even in UConn's huddle. It's for 13.8. It'll be difficult to come up with 7 points, but it's important to draw up a play and then go out and execute it. Now, a couple moments ago, they turned it over. Juhas trying to inbound it down low to Aubrey Griffin. These are the moments that this will help them come Big East tournament, NCAA tournament, or the next close game that they play.
Saw Gino saying to his team in that huddle, no timeouts. So somebody's going to be following somebody quickly here. And you've got Lopez, Seneschal, and Griffin both with 4 fouls. Mule will foul King. Good player to have the ball in the hands of if you're Marquette. And the reality also of this is, Meg, look, I mean, the short bench, the short roster,
it's catching up to them for sure.
Yes,
for sure. And while we say that, I don't want to do it at the expense of taking anything away from Marquette, and they played a great game. Megan Duffy had them prepared, and they stayed with their game plan. They played it at their tempo and really took UConn out of doing everything that they like to do.
Just 13 seconds to go in this one. Griffin will take it all the way to the hoop and get the bucket. And they get the ball in and get a foul on Mule quickly. 6-point game with free throws to shoot for Marquette and 8 seconds to go. Well, Marquette is going to hold UConn to a season low in scoring unless something extraordinary happens here. And those who traveled here to Milwaukee to see the Huskies play have a lot of long faces. One of 2 for King, clock running. 5 seconds. 2 seconds. Mule gets the 3 away. That's it. The streak is over. Marquette beats UConn for the first time